Ugh, I'm so bored.
I know. I'm gonna play Roblox.
Okay, I'm gonna go watch some TV. Okay. Let me turn this on. Oh my gosh, is that? I'm gonna watch the news.
Again, folks, welcome to the late night show Bloxburgia News. Up next, we will be joined by the genius behind the 2-minute film opening Innocent Persecuted to get an inside scoop of the film. Hi Zaya, thank you for joining us this evening. Hi, thank you for having me on tonight. So, I just wanted to ask, like everybody wants to know, how does your project engage with audiences and how would it be distributed as real media text? Great question. I love it. The purpose of my film opening is to keep people wanting more and grab their attention. Innocent Persecuted is a psychological thriller that just does that, leaving the audience on a cliffhanger and leaving them wanting more, and also leaving them with more questions than answers. To engage my audience, the film starts in a familiar setting, showcasing a teenage girl sleeping. This connects more to the target audience because the rise in teens being more interested in watching thrillers compared to other audiences. My film further connects to teens that like to express themselves through their hair. Since the main character has a common hair color among teenagers that first dye their hair. Later on in the film, it's apparent that this girl is suffering from a mental disorder. This connects to preteens that went through COVID-19, which according to the National Institute of Health significantly affected the mental health of adults and children. This is because people barely went outside and socialized, which can be inferred by the main character, since she looks unkempt and tired in her movements. Now that we talked about how I engage with audiences, we could talk about how it would be distributed as real text media. Both these questions correlate heavily, since the film engages in and is targeted towards teenagers. I would advertise my film on social media platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. This is because the social media outlets are heavily used by teenagers, so it'd be easier to connect to them through these outlets. I would also like to distribute my actual film to stream services like Netflix, Prime, and Tubi. Netflix is an obvious choice because it is the most popular streaming service, along with Prime because of the sheer amount of people that own Amazon Prime also have access to Prime Video. I would also like to distribute it to Tubi because I want my audience to be able to watch my film regardless of if they have the other two streaming platforms. It will also be more accessible since Tubi is a free streaming service. Great question again, thank you. Wow, that was great. Thank you again for joining us and have a good rest of your day. Again, thank you for having me on. Bye bye.